What's going on, guys? Biker Dave here, working on a YZ250 cylinder. Power valves right here. If you have trouble getting them in or out of the chamber, you will need to grab you some fine grit sandpaper, either 600 grit or even up to 1000 grit, and you're going to have to polish the power valve. And of course, you need to clean out the chamber very well. Clean it out and blow it out. You know, if your engine blew up on you and all kinds of metal got flung around in there, or if you've had your cylinder vapor blasted, like this one, got some handprints on it, but yeah, just had this vapor blasted, and a little bit of the media stays in some of the areas. So once you get it vapor blasted, make sure you still clean it off properly. You know, clean out every chamber inside. But yeah, get this guy right here, and you're looking on the diagram, number 15. Power valve. 2 of them. Okay, so they go right there and there. And if yours were difficult to get out, you're just going to have to work them out by hand. And they are magnetic, I noticed also. So if you get you a good strong magnet, hold you a strong magnet outside here, you know, while you're pushing on it inside to get it out, and the magnet might grab a hold of it and help you get it out. But yeah, let's just get this to our bench vise here. The best way to hold something cylindrical like this is to get you something like this that can hold things that are round in your bench vise. Priceless little item. Okay, and you know, just get you a strip of sandpaper. You can start with around 600 grit and go up to 1000 grit because you want to polish this whole region off nicely. So yeah, just use 2 hands. I'll show you. All right. I left my tripod in the car, but you just grab this guy right here and just start polishing it. And you know, it'll clog it up quickly, so get you a few strips of fine grit sandpaper and just, you know, clean it off really well, and then wipe it off, blow it out. You know, it's got to be really, really clean and polished in order to work properly. Okay, and make sure you get this chamber squeaky clean inside there as well. Then see, it should pivot easily in there. It should be a nice firm fit, but able to pivot around very easily. There you go. And this is how it goes in the cylinder. Like so. It's called Power Valve 2. Power Valve 1 is the big slide that goes inside there. Okay, and then these little hooks on the link rod are what feed in that little rod that you see right in there, and then it is able to move it in and out. So this needs to move nice and smoothly inside there. Anyway, that's the first time I'd experienced that, where these were kind of difficult to get out or put in. The valve shaft, number 6. The big shaft that runs along there, if yours is gunked up as well, make sure it's really clean, as well as, you know, use your fine grit sandpaper to clean it off in the same method you did with Power Valve 2. So take it and put it in your bench vise, just like I've done also. Make sure you get you one of these little guys to be able to hold cylindrical shaped items, and then just fine sand, you know, all up and down it to make it as smooth as possible. All right. Got my tripod out of the car. Yeah, just take your strip of sandpaper You can start with 500 to 600 grit, and then work your way up to 1,000 because you want this rod to be highly polished. The slicker it is, the better it works. The easier it works. With all these power valve parts, make sure that they are very clean, and you lubricate them when you reinstall them. Also, your service manual will tell you about that. Like so. I'll put a link down below where you can get this piece here, the Park Tool AV-5. It's really for working with bicycle parts, but just a priceless item to use with your bench vise for holding round-shaped cylindrical items. Yeah, this one's getting a little gouged. I mean, it's not bad, but it's starting to get worn out. I mean, this is pretty old on this bike, so if yours is getting really gouged out in there, it might be time to replace it. And as you see, there it is, part number 6 right there. Make sure every part of the power valve assembly is clean and smooth. Such as also number 1 right there, that power valve 1. Make sure it is really clean and smooth, because it'll get a little bit of gunk piled up on it. Same thing with all these parts, especially if the jetting is wrong on your bike. And if you're running it way too rich, or you got the wrong spark plug, or something wrong fuel, if you're running really shitty fuel, this stuff will get gunked up badly, and just makes it real difficult to deal with, and it makes your bike not run its best. But yeah, see the gouges right there in the center there? I mean, it's okay for now, but it's definitely not completely smooth across there. So if yours is worse than that, you might need to replace this entire piece. And I can guarantee you it is not cheap. Yeah, we're just putting the whole power valve assembly back in. It tells you to use certain lubrication. Loctite on some of these little small bolts. Moly sulfide, molybdenum sulfide oil, or assembly lube is good. I like to use assembly lube when I'm putting anything together on an engine where it's calling for some type of oil. I use, and if it needs a little bit of grease, yeah, Redline is a champion when it comes to different assembly lubes, assembly oils. It's what racers use to put their stuff together. Anyway, so yeah, we're just getting things back together here. Anyway, that's it. Got more videos. Look for thumbnails to pop up at the end, and look at our description for our social media links and our eBay store, Amazon store links if you're looking for motorcycle related parts and specialty tools, flywheel pullers, magnetic drain plugs, fork boots, fork gaiters, stuff like that. All kind of stuff in our online stores. That's it. Y'all have a great day.